It's your boy Practical Absolutes here, and we're here to talk about 2020, the whole nitty gritty, everything that just went down this whole past year, and what may be to come. First, it was January when Donald Trump had pretty much sent in the orders and whatnot that led to the strikes that killed Iranian leader Qasem Soleimani. Also in January, the government shut down, and it's just funny to me how people in the news were sitting there arguing and whatnot on January last year, saying that borders should not be closed. But then months later, they say that the borders should be closed. It's like it only adds to the confusion that was 2020. And of course, we all know exactly why the borders had to be closed. Of course, something that China did not want to do when they realized that they had an entire virus on the precipice of a pandemic, you know. But never mind that, right? Vaccine trials, the best vaccine percentage possibilities of effectiveness from Moderna or Pfizer's vaccine is around 71%. They say that over 10 million people are supposed to be taking the vaccine by now, but they've vaccinated less than a million people. It seems as though people are not trying to be vaccinated. It's like, why would you want to be vaccinated from a virus that has a 95 to 98% chance of you not being hurt at all from it? Like, what? That was the entire whole thing about the 2020 election. Like, literally, this election has so many similarities to the election with the runoff with Al Gore and Bush. It's uncanny almost. It's actually all the theatrics, if you will, that happened in 2020, from the presidential election to vaccinations and celebrities getting vaccinated on camera. All this happened before. Literally, Elvis got a vaccine shot for polio during a certain president's presidency. I forgot the name of that specific president. But honestly, not only that, Donald Trump's claims for him being wiretapped this year were almost exactly to the claims that Richard Nixon made when he was being allegedly wiretapped. I don't know if that means that Donald Trump's going to be a one-term president, but it seems as though, honestly, that Joe Biden is going to be the president for 2021. We just have to wait and see in January. Not forget to mention that literally this whole year, people were in the streets yelling, protesting, all type of stuff, and pretty much that died down now, and nothing got solved. Like, what is the point? What was the point of looting, protesting in large numbers, wasting tax dollars, destroying infrastructure, all type of stuff, destroying monuments and stuff? Like, that stuff costs money that comes out of American taxpayers' pockets, like, for real. And if you think about it, seriously, this whole year has been nothing but chaos, nothing but order out of chaos, nothing but freaking divisionary tactics. I don't know how many people are aware of what's going on in this past year in terms of the theatrics and all the crap that's been going on and whatnot. But frankly, whenever I'm outside and step outside my door, I kind of feel a little bit sad because every individual I meet seems to not embody that truth. They seem to think that this stuff is not a game. Like, all this stuff is not BS, I mean, it's not enough that literally, the powers that be have done nothing but get rich this whole year. The billionaires of 2019 are now up $1.6 trillion. Not by mistake. So many people made money in the stock market in March because they knew it was finna crash. So many people made money in October because there were a lot of markets that went down and depreciated in value around that time. Honestly, another crash is going to happen in 2021. I don't know, personally, I don't know when, but if you want my guess, I'm going to say anywhere between February and March, there will be another crash again. A smaller development, but pretty potent in 2020 was Tesla's stock. They boomed this year. They did nothing but exceed all expectations, literally. So they're going to go down. I personally think that they're going to go down. There's going to be a market flip, and Tesla's going to be on the wrong end of that flip. Namely, Tesla's market is probably also going to go up because of the fact that augmented reality companies like Microvision and companies that deal with LADAR, laser-based radar systems, are are on the rise and are soon to be acquisitions to electro vehicle companies like Tesla or NIO or Eden. Don't let me get started on the freaking stimulus checks. Like honestly, like huge portions of people who deserve the money, frankly, did not get a dime. You know, see, I didn't get the $1,200 the first time around, but then the second time around, I ended up getting the $600, and it seems as though that they're arguing over whether or not they should add what $1,400 more to it to make it $2,000 for the bill. They've been arguing over this bill, this $2,000 stimulus check bill, for months on end now, and this pandemic is already into a new year. It's just like I don't know, like how is it that these people in Congress and Senate are such professionals in their field that they cannot come to a resolution? If they're all using logic, if they're all using realism, if they're all being realistic, why can't they achieve a consensus? It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, really, come on now. Like, if we really look at it, SARS-CoV-2, the virus that caused the pandemic for 2020, has you have a survival rate of over 98% for the majority of the population. But this past year in 2020, there were countless celebrity deaths pertaining to coronavirus. So many celebrities died of coronavirus. I mean, of course you can say that the population of the United States is over 350 million people, and what, 2% of that will surely account for the celebrities who died. I mean, that's a mathematical sound statement to make. But there are, like, if you look at the relationship between people with notoriety versus people without notoriety, if you were to count that into your mathematical interpretation, you would see that less celebrities should have died from the virus, not as many as it did. And it begs the question, like, are these celebrities really dying of COVID? Like, what are they dying from? What's going on? Despite making up over around 20% of the market share when it comes to consumer products, internet shopping has boomed this year. It went up over 40% this year alone in 2020. It's going to go up some more. I can tell you that for sure. Anything dealing with e-commerce, anything dealing with ease of contactless delivery, or anything that the pandemic gave us, it likely will be around after the pandemic. Let's just be realistic with ourselves. The companies that are going to capitalize on that are going to be the ones that boom. And all in all, this whole year has had its roller coasters, to say the least. You know, it's had its major changes, and there are a lot more changes to this world that are up and coming for this coming year. You know, all I can do is hope for the best, you know, prepare for the worst, and continue to think practically. Absolutely. This is Practical Absolutes. Thanks for watching.